Cheez-it the podcast, presented by Just Cheesy Productions.
Host with the most fondue here,
Cheesy here.
bringing you another episode of Cheese Bites.
Ooh.
This week we're talking about cheesy clothing.
What?
We talk about hats made of cheese and like cheese.
Hats?
We find out about Cheez-it attire,
Ooh.
a cheese dress,
Wow.
and a man who makes art with cheese.
Holy cow.
And of course, no episode would be complete without our very cheesy joke.
Joke.
Stay tuned for Cheese Bites.
Episode Best Dressed.
According to jsonline.com, back in April, for a Kentucky Derby party,
Okay.
Wisconsin Cheese offered hats that they say were both tasty and tasteful.
What?
They had something they called the Rinds and Roses collection, and they collaborated with a milliner.
A Miller what?
That's a hat designer.
Oh.
Her name was Christine A. Moore,
Ooh.
and she made some amazing looking hats.
Yeah, she did.
Now, the little hats that they wear over in England for fancy
Yeah.
events, this is kind of these types of hats.
Oh, yeah.
They're usually called fascinators.
Ooh la la.
These ones were called fromaginators.
Homogenators.
They basically look like a charcuterie on a hat, but they're kind of pretty, really. There's orange and red and all kinds of like veils.
Yeah.
They're just really cool. You've got to look at them.
Yeah, they are.
They retail, however, between $1,500 and $3,000.
Holy cow, that's so much.
It is, but all of the proceeds benefited Barnstable Brown Diabetes Center at the University of Kentucky.
Aw.
According to ChicagoTribune.com, it was 1987 when the first Cheesehead hat was formed.
Whoa.
And the founder of Foamation, Ralph Bruno, actually hacked couch cushions and used a blowtorch to make the Cheesehead hat.
No way.
But those days are gone.
Yeah.
The transformation happens within 5 minutes and several times a day in the Walker's Point neighborhood of Milwaukee.
Whoa.
They have tours at Foamation,
Whoa.
and it shows how a thick goo is poured into a mold,
Ew.
and it becomes a hat whose color and hole patterns they say loosely resembles a cross between cheddar and Swiss.
Nice.
And apparently, according to Ralph Bruno, that original hat was painted yellow and worn
Yeah.
at a baseball game.
Okay.
And they say here what began as a lark turned into a livelihood for the inventor.
Wow.
And they also say the Oxford Dictionary recognizes Cheesehead
They do?
as an informal reference to a blockhead, idiot, or Packers fan.
Oh, wow.
Cheesehead is actually a trademark for the Foamation product line.
Holy cow.
They even tell a story here that it didn't hurt business when a pilot crashed his light plane on the way home from a 1995 Packers game.
Oh, no.
And he insisted a Cheesehead hat protected him from head injuries.
Nice.
They say the tours run hourly at Foamation's original Cheesehead factory at 1120 South Barclay Street.
Whoa.
And it's open daily.
Wow.
Prices start at $15 for a 30-minute tour.
Really?
An hour-long tour is $25, and it includes time to make and take home a Cheesehead souvenir.
Whoa.
Not a Packers fan, but you love Cheez-Its?
Yeah.
Well, according to shopcheezit.com, you can get all kinds of cool merch.
Really?
You can get a hat,
Whoa.
a bucket hat, a baseball cap. You can get a crew neck, a t-shirt,
Whoa.
you name it. But the coolest thing on here isn't actually apparel.
Yeah.
It's a Cheez-It floaty.
Yeah?
It looks just like a Cheez-It cracker that you can use in the pool this summer.
Oh,
And you know
wow.
what?
What?
This is one of the cheaper things on their list.
It is?
The Cheez-It floaty goes for $34.95.
Nice.
Cheez-It, not a sponsor.
Nope.
But if they were, their ad would go right here. Have you ever wanted to listen to the web?
Yeah.
Well, Newsly makes that possible.
They do?
They're an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android.
Super app.
You can listen to trending articles on the web on topics that you choose and get them read to you in a natural human voice.
What kind of topics?
Sports,
Cheese?
tech, business, science.
Cheese?
I'm sure there's even cheese.
Yay.
They even have an entire section for podcasts.
Are we there?
Of course we are.
Ooh.
It's one of my new favorite podcast apps. They even have digital radio.
Holy cow.
Just go to www.newsly.me to download it free.
Whoa.
Or use the link in the description. If you use the promo code CHEESY, that'll get you 1 month free premium subscription.
Yay. Newsly.
Now, back to the podcast. Clover Creek Cheese in Pennsylvania actually has a really cool t-shirt, and they also have some cheese.
Whoa.
The t-shirt goes for $20, and it says got cheese,
Aw.
and it's got a picture of a block of cheese and a little mouse.
Aw.
I actually can't tell if this one was an April Fool's joke, but the dailymail.co.uk talked about cheese dresses that were on display at the Royal Bath and West Show.
Wow.
These dresses are giving Lady Gaga meat dress. They say here 5 incredible creations went on display after young designers spent 1,000 hours and a ton of cheese putting them together.
Whoa.
One of them looks like a wedding dress.
Yeah, it does.
And she's even got a handbag made of cheese.
Yeah.
There is an amazing fashion illustrator named Edgar Artis.
Ooh.
You've got to check this guy out on Instagram or even Facebook.
Yeah.
He uses things like balloons, metal pieces, fruit, and other things to enhance and draw out the creative intent of his designs.
Whoa.
In 2016, he had the most amazing one, in my opinion, where he depicted a woman wearing a dress made of Swiss cheese.
I'm ready for a joke, Fondue.
Okay. Why did Swiss cheese fail the dress code?
I don't know.
Because it was full of holes.
Oh,
Get it? Because Swiss cheese is full of holes?
that was pretty good.
Oh, it's good and a little bit cheesy. Thanks for listening to Just Cheesy the podcast and our summer series, Cheese Bites.
Thank you.
In the coming weeks, we're going to have a little bit of bonus content on Shorts and TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And we're calling it Leftovers.
Leftovers.
Items that don't make the cut for our main episode.
The cut.
Make sure to check them out.
And stay cheesy, everybody.